Lasermate. Eject. Operation. Channel intro.
Hello fellow YouTubers, LEGO EWC Stop Motion here. Welcome to viewers new and old. And today, I'm going to talk about the Hasbro Fan First Tuesday that they had yesterday. And I admit, I didn't tune into this event, because Hasbro's events recently have been really boring, like they don't really show off a whole lot. And of course, this is the event where they actually have a lot to show off. Terrible timing. Okay, let's get into this. Alright, so I'm just going to breeze past this. I'm not really going to talk about Forged to Fight and the comics and all that. I'm just here to talk about the toys. So they showed off some new Legacy stuff. Now, Wild Rider we actually saw on Monday. And he does look pretty cool, I'll admit. When he first was revealed, I was pretty upset. I mean, he's got a pretty big backpack there. But then again, I managed to enjoy Earthrise RC, so... I'm also kind of bothered by these holes on his stomach area. Is he supposed to have those? I don't know. I still think he looks cool, though. I might get this. Again, I'm still kind of making up my mind on the Stunticons, but really want to go all in. Because that's how I think it's either all the Stunticons or none of them. I love that vehicle mode. No complaints about the vehicle mode. Vehicle mode is amazing. Aside from that mushroom peg being very visible on that wheel. He's got his cool looking guns and no clear guns, so that's pretty nice. They were talking about him. I do kind of like the cape look with his backpack. I will admit that. That's kind of cool. Alright, now this guy's just talking. Then we have Knockout, who honestly surprised me. Because I found out he was going to be Retool of 86 Jazz, and I was pretty ticked off. And I was just expecting to hate this figure, and I'm not gonna lie, it's actually not that bad. I mean, his arms and legs are pretty similar aside from the feet, but I don't know, I do kind of like it. I think the head sculpt's kind of cool. I really like the weapon. I might actually get this, because I think it does look kind of cool. Even if I am a little bummed, because Prime Knockout never really did get a proper toy aside from the red figure, but I don't buy red figures because they suck. But hopefully APC Toys will make a better version of Knockout in the not too distant future, because I mean, they managed to make a good Arachnid. If they were able to somehow salvage that figure, they could probably find somebody to salvage Knockout. Love the vehicle mode, no complaints. I love it. I didn't pre-order this, but if I do find it in stores, I just might get it. I mean, I really enjoyed the bulkhead, so... Now, yes, again, there's the mushroom peg, but it could be worse. So yeah, I love that vehicle mode. That's really good. I do still wish he had his own mold, but whatever. Head sculpt's pretty nice. I mean, it is kind of a case that they took his head and put a nose on it, but it's still pretty cool. Then we got my favorite reveal, Tarantulas. We finally have a Tarantulas. This should have been in Kingdom, but I'm just glad we're finally getting it, because, of course, if you don't know, I've said it multiple times, Tarantulas is my favorite Predacon, unless you count Dinobot as a Predacon, who's on the maximal side, but I love Tarantulas. I just think he's a very cool and interesting character. And this toy really does him justice. Again, he has no clear weapons. He isn't a retool Black Arachnia. The gun, it looks like the gun is pretty much the same, but otherwise completely new mold, and I love it. This thing looks incredible. This is the one I pre-ordered because I'm just so excited about getting this guy on my Beast Wars display. I'm not saying he'll come out in December, but it could be sooner than that. And there's fighter mode. No complaints. I love it. I think it's amazing. I love how they use the claws to make the kind of mandible area. There he is with Black Arachnia. And I think that's a pretty good scale. I think he was a little bit taller than her. Then we have Alita 1. And I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking this was just gonna be a repack of the Netflix one. I'm not fully sure if I'm gonna get this, because controversial opinion, I'm pretty happy with the Netflix one. I mean, the vehicle mode isn't very good, but I do like the robot mode. Now, they are apparently going to give us a Minerva from this mold, and I don't really have a whole lot of attachment to Minerva as a character, but hey, that sounds cool. I might get that. But this figure does look pretty cool. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the alt mode. I mean, it's got this sticking out on top, which kind of bugs me. The rest of it, though, is kind of cool looking. And flare up like these shoulder things on the back. And there's kind of a group shot. Then we got Jaxus. He's a character from G2, who I don't really have a whole lot of attachment to. I guess he was the leader of the new Decepticons, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want this. I do think it looks pretty cool. I really love that head sculpt. And I like the jet mode. Yes, you can see the arms underneath, but the rest of the jet mode looks really cool. Really like that detailing back there. And the cockpit's really nice. So, this does look kind of cool. I'll have to see if I do get this or not. There's a close look at that head sculpt. It's really cool. I really love the detailing on it. And then they're repacking Siege Soundwave. This is annoying because I think people would have much rather them repack the Netflix one, since hardly anyone can find that thing. If you want to get it, you got to pay like $200. So they removed the battle damage. I'm sure some people like the Siege Soundwave and hated the battle damage. They'll like this, but this is very wrong of them to do this. And same alt mode. Then we have Blitzwing. I haven't talked about this figure yet. I wanted to wait for when he was officially revealed. And I was really looking forward to this because I love Blitzwing. He's one of my favorite G1 Decepticons. And I was very excited finding out they were doing a new figure for him. And I'm very torn on this because I love the robot mode. No complaints about it at all. I think the head sculpt's great. I think the overall figure looks great. I love the sculpt. I love the colors. Tank mode, I think, is pretty good. Yes, the cockpit does stick out, but that is animation accurate, so that's not a big deal. That jet mode is trash. I hate it so much. Look at all that kibble on it. That just looks terrible. It feels like they weren't even trying here. It's got landing gear in the front. Like, why? You got that whole brick on the back to support you. So I guess I probably will get this, even if jet mode is trash, because tank mode I think is pretty good, and robot mode is fantastic. It just seems like the jet mode is one that always suffers. It's just like with the animated one. Except the animated one I at least thought was okay in jet mode, and he made up for it with an amazing robot mode and an amazing tank mode. This guy, I just think the robot mode is amazing, and tank mode is pretty good. But still, like I said, I'll get it. It's probably because I want a new Blitzwing. Now he's got these weird like gauntlet things. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really care too much about those, but he doesn't come with those instead of an accessory he should come with, so at the end of the day, it's fairly harmless. Okay, then they showed off Motor Master. I'm going to kind of breeze through this part. There he is with the Earthrise Optimus, so it looks like he's maybe a tad shorter. But this guy does look fantastic. I really love how he looks. I really like that head sculpt. It captures the look of the character. It's very menacing. And there's the vehicle mode. And while I do feel that trailer is way too small for that truck mode, maybe that's G1 accurate, I don't really remember. Now he is a commander class, but it looks like he's going to do a lot. So I guess he can kind of get away with the price point. Like I said, I do really like this truck mode. This trailer does actually turn into like a kind of defense type thing, like a battle station is the word I'm looking for. So that's pretty cool. And then they showed off how they're going to combine. And that's the one thing that kind of makes me hesitant, because I don't like Menassor's design aesthetic. It's really dumb, where it's like he just kind of forms a robot, then the others just attach to arms and legs that are already on him. They should, the others should make up the arms and legs. But I'm not going to hold that against the designers for this. It's not their fault. They're doing the best they can, and they're doing a pretty good job. I mean, you have Wild Rider forming the back of the leg right there, and you have a drag strip on the right arm. And look at that head sculpt. That head sculpt is amazing. I love it. And they showed off how they do combine. And okay, I just realized that's pretty genius. So I don't have drag strip. I did end up canceling it, but I am kind of changing my mind now. I might go in and get it anyway. But I watched the review, and the way it works is that there's this button on the inside, and it helps them split in half. And they actually put some, looks like they actually put something to go in there to disconnect him. And then he splits. Okay, that's really cool. I give these guys a lot of flack, but it's only because they do stuff like this. I know what they're capable of. And that's why it annoys me when they don't do the best they can with certain things. Because this is really genius. Just that small little detail. So this is looking pretty cool. Like I said, I just need to decide if I want to go all in or nothing for the Stunticons. Alright, so there's the whole wave. This is up for pre-order now. Apparently Wild Rider already sold out on Hasbro Pulse. Well, the last I checked, I think he was still on Amazon. So, this wave overall, I obviously need Tarantulas. Like I said, I already got him pre-ordered. I'll probably get Blitzwing. Yes, the jet mode sucks, but the other two modes, like I said, tank mode is okay. Robot mode is amazing. So, for that, I'll probably get in. Like I said, I really want a new Blitzwing. I'm honestly thinking I might get Knockout. Because I do think he looks kind of cool. Again, I'm not going to be going out of my way to get him. If I see him on stores, that's how I'll probably get him. But he honestly does look pretty cool. Motor Master and Wild Rider, again, it just depends if I decide I do want to go all in on the Stunticons. Jaxus, I'm a little tempted by. Soundwave, don't need it. Elita 1, I don't think I really need that one either. I'm not really dying to get a G1 Elita 1, but I still think this looks like a cool figure, and I mean, if some people don't have the Netflix one, this is going to be really exciting for them, if they want an Elita. Then they showed off Shattered Glass Ultra Magnus. And this thing does look pretty cool. I haven't been getting the Shattered Glass figures. I want them, but I just can't. But they actually gave you an option to make this into Delta Magnus, a character I don't really have any attachment to, but hey, that's really cool. You can do the alternate head, I guess. I think that's how it works. And that base robot mode honestly does look kind of cool. So this is only available on Hasbro Pulse if you want to get this. Like all the Shattered Glass figures, aside from Optimus and Ratchet, those were on Amazon also. So, that was this event. That really took me by surprise. Like I said, I didn't tune into this because their events recently have just been really boring. Like, they only show off like 2 or 3 figures, maybe 4. And they spent a whole hour talking about it. They actually showed off a lot of good stuff. This is the event. And of course, that's the event I chose I didn't want to tune into. So whether this means they're making a change to the events, or if they are, or if this just happened to be one that was more eventful, I don't really know. But like I said, I'm excited about this. I am looking forward to what Legacy is going to give us in the future. Now that's just what I think. Be sure to comment down below what you think of the event, what your favorite, what your least favorite figure was. And yeah, that pretty much covers this event. So, as always, if you like this video, please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and God bless.